Are you looking for an easy DIY gift idea this holiday season? Today I'm working with Cricut and their newest machine, the Cricut Joy Xtra, to create this sweet DIY holiday baking basket. Hey crafters, and welcome to another video with Amy Makes That here on my YouTube channel. There will be a total of 5 Cricut projects that you'll learn how to create, cut, and assemble today with the help of my new Cricut Joy Xtra for this gift basket. So if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel for more fun Cricut tutorials like this one. Now let's get started with the first 2 Cricut projects for our DIY holiday basket. Before we start, I wanted to share a little bit more information about Cricut while I unbox and set up my new Cricut Joy Xtra. Cricut makes it simple and easy for you to start using their smart cutting machines with a breeze. They work with an easy-to-use application to help you design and personalize almost anything from custom cards, apparel, everyday items, and so much more. Using a Cricut machine is not complicated and requires absolutely no design experience. With the help of their images and projects uploaded daily to Cricut Design Space, you learn as you make. A Cricut machine is well worth the investment, along with being affordable as well. Cricut's materials are high quality and designed to cut perfectly with Cricut machines. I will be using Cricut's smart materials in today's tutorial, which is by far the coolest thing ever because you don't have to use a Cricut mat with smart materials. Which leads me to the first 2 projects for our holiday gift basket: cookie baking aprons and pot holders. These personalized holiday kitchen items are a staple to get into the holiday spirit. First, we'll launch the app Cricut Design Space to create our design. I actually found all of my designs for today's projects in Cricut's image library and projects library. I loved how these looked and the quotes were very fitting for the pot holders. Click Add to Canvas and then adjust the size of your design accordingly. I made the size just under 5 inches and measured the pot holder off camera. For the baking aprons, repeat the same step of searching for your image in the image library. Now, I had to do some quick editing with this design because it was one layer and I didn't want the image to just be one color. I used 3 different colored smart iron-on materials, which you'll see in just a few. You will use the contour button. Now, the contour button allows you to hide/unhide certain aspects of your image. Here's our example on the left-hand side as a reference. I started with the green layer, which is the tree, spatula, and gingerbread man. Click on the image and then the contour button. From there, click with your cursor every area that you want to remove. In this case, I'm going to remove all of the letters, hearts, and ribbon. Then click anywhere on the screen to reveal the green layer. Now you have your first layer. I duplicated the design and then repeated the same steps for the red layer. So hide everything but the words Christmas and crew. And then again for the white layer, unhide the rest of the design. And that is how you make a single layer image into a multicolored image with the contour button. The next step is to cut our iron-on vinyl. Click Make It in the top corner to prepare our designs and placement for cutting. We will be selecting without a mat because we're using smart materials. Do not forget to mirror your designs with iron-on vinyl. Click the mirror button on all 3 color layers. Click Continue, and since our Cricut Joy Xtra has Bluetooth, it will connect to your device. Then you can set the base material to Smart Iron-On. Here, we'll feed the iron-on vinyl into the Cricut shiny side down. And again, no mat is required for smart materials. It will measure the vinyl and then you can click Go for the Cricut to cut the vinyl. Repeat the same steps for the red and green vinyl, except the green vinyl is actually Cricut's smart prismatic glitter iron-on. So remember to change the base material setting to that for the green layer. Click Unload, and our next step is to weed. Remove the negative spaces, aka the background and the inside of the O's, A's, E's, etc. with the weeder tool. Now we can prep our heat pressing area. I'm using the Cricut Easy Press mat along with my Cricut Easy Press 3 to heat our design onto the aprons. Remove any excess wrinkles by lightly ironing the apron with your Easy Press as it heats up. You can use the Cricut Heat app or the heat guide on Cricut's website for the proper temperature and time settings. Since the aprons are polyester, we'll set our heat press temperature to 315 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds for the red and white layers. I like to add Cricut's heat resistant tape to hold the design in place since it does fold a bit. Then I heat pressed the first red layer. You can add a protecting material such as parchment paper or a Teflon sheet, which is what I used, to avoid overheating. Remove the carrier sheet and then heat press the white layer. Repeat the same steps for the green prismatic glitter iron-on layer, except the temperature will be lowered to 305 degrees Fahrenheit. While our heat press is on and ready, let's heat press our pot holders. We're heat pressing for 30 seconds at 315 degrees Fahrenheit since this is a cotton material. Remove the carrier sheet, and now you have these beautiful personalized additions for your kitchen this holiday season. I loved how easy it was to create, cut, and assemble all the designs. Onto our next Cricut project for our holiday basket, a custom etched baking dish. Like, look how cute it came out. First, let's get our design from the images gallery in Cricut Design Space and add it to our canvas. I then made a template with the shapes tool to properly measure the design. The dish is about 9 by 13 inches, so I made the design about 5.5 by 7 inches. You can adjust this accordingly depending on your dish. Make sure to hide the template before we click Make It. I'm again using smart materials, so choose without a mat. Then since we're using Cricut's removable adhesive vinyl, we'd normally not mirror our design. However, the etching cream design has to be on the outside of the dish, the bottom, and we will have to mirror it. Press continue and set the base material to smart vinyl removable. Next, we'll feed our removable vinyl into the Cricut Joy Xtra to measure. Once it's done, click go for it to start cutting our design out. When it's finished, click unload to grab our vinyl and start weeding. You will pick all of the letters with the weeder tool. We need to use our vinyl as a stencil when we fill it in with the etching cream. So normally you do the background, but we are picking all of the letters. Next, apply Cricut's transfer tape with the scraper tool. I actually really liked the quality of Cricut's transfer tape because it wasn't overly sticky and there were grid lines, which helped so much when applying it to our dish. Flip it over to remove the paper backing. Carefully apply it to the bottom of the dish and firmly adhere it with the scraper tool again. This step is also very important because we want our stencil to be intact for etching. Now we can etch our design. Always use a pair of gloves when working with Armor Etch to protect your hands. Dip a paintbrush into the Armor Etch and dab it onto the stencil generously. Emphasis on the generous part. I find that with Armor Etch, you really need to glob it on for it to adhere to the glass. If you've never worked with Armor Etch before, I highly suggest to do a test run on a small piece of glass like a cup to determine the best method for you. Once you're done, the etching cream has to set, so set a timer for 8 minutes. We can wash off the etching cream with lukewarm water. I let the water rinse off as much as it can, and then I'll lightly remove the excess with my fingers, of course with our gloves still on. Then carefully remove the vinyl stencil with the weeder tool to reveal our project. I mean, wow, just look at this new baking dish. It went from boring to adorable with the image from Cricut Design Space and etching cream. Now chances are you'll need to label your gifts for the holiday season, so let's make these print and cut gift tag stickers. I found this in the Projects tab of Cricut Design Space, so I searched for Christmas Joy Xtra and scrolled down to select the Christmas Gift Tags project. Click Edit a Copy and then make sure the stickers are set to print and cut. I like to flatten each sticker individually and then attach all of them together. Before we make it, I'm sharing this as a friendly reminder to calibrate your machine. You want your cuts to be accurate and precise, so the calibrating is key. Next, click Make It and ensure that the material size is set to the proper size of our printable sticker paper. Click Continue to send the design to our printer. I uncheck Add Bleed and then check Use System dialog to alter the quality type to Best because we want the best sticker quality. Duh. Today we're using Cricut's printable sticker paper, which by the way is the first time I've also used this sticker paper, and just wait till you see the results at the end because the quality was chef's kiss. I inserted the paper into the tray and let it print out our design. Then we'll use the Cricut Joy Xtra mat to adhere the sticker paper on. Align it carefully and use the brayer tool to ensure that it's firmly adhered. Set the base material to printable sticker paper white with the green liner. You can see that it has the green liner when you turn it to the back. Load it into the Cricut. Press go, and then the Cricut will scan and cut each sticker. Impressed was an understatement. I'm so glad I calibrated the machine and used Cricut's sticker paper because these gift tags are so cute. Now you can apply them to all of your holiday gifts. And last but not least, we can't forget a card for our holiday gift basket. I used Cricut's insert cards and pen with the card mat and loved adding some sparkle to our basket. This design was also found in the Projects tab by searching Insert Card Christmas. Make sure the draw operation though is set to the right pen and color. You can do this by clicking the draw layer on the right hand side and then go to the top toolbar under operation. Then choose the pen type. In this case, we're using the fine point, and choose the color black. Now we can click Make It. We're loading the materials with your Cricut mat, so click on Card Mat and confirm. Then our Cricut will connect to our device, and you can choose the base material, but you'll have to click on Insert Card Cardstock. For this project, we have to move the star wheels, which they were a little difficult to move, so I used the spatula tool to help me. The first step in creating our card is to draw. Remove the Cricut Joy Xtra blade and then insert the fine point pen. Next, prep the card mat. Don't forget to remove the protective sheet before placing the card underneath. You'll slide it just under and push it all the way through so it aligns with the 20 line. The line limit will depend on the size of your card. Then fold it over onto the mat and press it down firmly. Insert the card mat into the Cricut and it'll start drawing. I loved the little sounds it made. It's so much quieter than my bigger maker machines. And then the final step is for the Cricut to cut the inserts on the card with the blade. Remove the pen and add it back in to start cutting. Carefully remove the card from the card mat by using your spatula tool and gently slide it underneath. This also made it easy for the tree hearts and star to be weeded out. Lastly, grab your glitter gold insert and carefully fold it into each corner. Now you have a magical holiday card to wish your loved ones a merry holiday season. I handwrote a sweet note to my husband and sealed it with a kiss for personalization. Those are the 5 Cricut projects you can make with the new Cricut Joy Xtra machine. I loved making this holiday gift basket and can't wait to see how you use your Cricut Joy Xtra for future projects. A huge thank you to Cricut again for sponsoring today's video. What a dream it is to work with a company that I'm so passionate about and love dearly. Thank you again so much for watching today's tutorial. I hope you're having a very crafty day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
She went away on Christmas Day, but he